Om Shanti. I invite you to sit relaxed so we could have a few minutes of meditation or contemplation. Relaxed mind and body. Turn all the attention within. And ask the question to the self of who am I? I think of myself as a soul, a spiritual being, sitting here in the center of the forehead, behind the eyes. I follow the in and out of the breath. And I create a thought of peace. I am a peaceful soul. I, the soul, play my part through this body, but for a few moments I am detached. I am a soul at peace. I, the soul, am an eternal being. Slowly I return my thoughts to the body. I consider myself a soul, playing a part through this body. Om Shanti. Very relaxing Vijay. Meditation always puts us in a very nice relaxing state of mind. And so, happy Monday, folks. This is Vijay and I am Dave. We are coming to you from the Miami Brahma Kumaris Raja Yoga Meditation Center. Please like us on Facebook. Every day, every evening, we do have a presentation of meditation and evening conversation around this time on Facebook and YouTube. So please join us every day. So today, we were thinking about the mind. And so I want to pop the question to Vijay. what is the mind, but I'm hoping that he doesn't answer telling me, never mind. So, what is really is the mind, Vijay?
Okay, so I shouldn't say never mind. Could I say don't mind?
Oops. Okay. You can't say don't mind. You can't say never mind.
I mean, the mind is energy. We can start with that. And it has been a topic well covered from various points of view, spirituality as well as science. I think for us it's easy to consider the mind as separate from the body being physical and all things physical, that is to say, what I can see and feel and touch, the things I go and I ask, the general practitioner to look into if I have some pain or discomfort. And the mind is that part of me which is not physical, so my ability to think.
So you're saying it's metaphysical?
Yes, I am saying not physical. If you say metaphysical, it's okay. In other words, it's not a physical energy. It is not electricity. It is not
something you could dissect
from a physical point of view, but it does exist because I can think, and this capacity to think, this ability to think is the mind. It is the ability to create a thought. I saw once a picture of, somebody was showing me the picture of the waves of the ocean, and they said that is like the mind. The waves, the energy the capacity to create thoughts. So each thought is like a wave. We create thoughts all the time. So it's an energy. The mind is energy. It is my energy. Not of the body.
Yes. Whose energy is it?
Not created by the body, not of the body, and therefore it will have to be of the soul.
Okay, so you're making a distinction here first. It's not physical. Doesn't belong to the body at all?
No, I would say
it belongs to the soul. Oh, it's connected to the soul, is it? How does it belong to the soul?
Well, we can think of the self as two, physical and non-physical, or soul and body. So let us start with that. We are just two things, soul and body. So the mind will be either of the soul or of the body. So the mind is of the soul.
The mind is of the soul.
And the brain is of the body.
The brain is of... So you don't use your brain to think? Is that what you say?
The mind uses the brain to transfer its message to the body.
So what thinks then?
The thinking is an energy of the soul, it's spiritual energy. The brain produces physical energy, maybe electrical, maybe other types. But the brain is physical, the mind is spiritual. One is the container and one is the energy. Maybe we can think of it as a light bulb, where the bulb itself will be the brain with its mechanism of a filament, etc. And the energy is the soul. So the light is produced by the energy.
I always thought I think with the mind. You're saying I don't think with the mind?
The mind is the thinking faculty. It may be, I suppose at this point it just becomes a matter of fun.
Never mind then. We're coming back to that.
Yeah, never mind. It doesn't matter.
So, over the ages, the mind has been a very complex. All the sages and holy men, scientists have written a lot of things about the mind and have made it very complex, made it a very complex thing. So people are always mystified. And here it is that we simply say, it's an easy thing to understand. It has a lot of features. When you say, I change my mind, what happens when you say, I change my mind? What's the mechanism there? Okay, I change my mind.
Well, it doesn't mean you exchange your mind for another mind.
Oh.
I think at this point it just means a change of thought, which is what the mind is. The mind is a flow of thought. So we can go from one thought to a completely different topic, a different subject. And so we say it's a change of mind.
So the mind moves.
Subject. It is energy, so energy moves. The mind is energy.
So the mind is energy, the energy moves.
Spiritual energy, not physical energy.
Okay. So would you say that the mind is like a thinking machine?
To some extent, I would like to say though that the mind being energy, we can spend that energy, and when that energy is spent, we become lower in our energy capacity, and therefore a lot of thinking means a lot of use of energy, which results in the mind becoming a little bit fatigued or tired. And rest rejuvenates the mind.
Rest rejuvenate the mind.
Rest of the mind.
Rest of the mind. Rest of the. We got to rest the mind.
Rest the mind, yes, not the rest of the mind, but rest the mind.
We have to rest the mind.
Yeah.
So, at what point in time we could have a peaceful mind?
A peaceful mind is a mind that is flowing in harmony. That is, the energy of the mind is under your control, and it is flowing in the way that you want it to flow, with control. That is, you don't lose control of it. You could
in harmony. The key word is harmony.
In harmony with yourself, with your feelings, with the other parts of you, and that's.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, we'll go for that. And I love the idea of the mind is energy.
Yes, spend it wisely.
Which needs to be spent.
Spent wisely.
Spent wisely. And we have capacity to think, capacity to create this energy, capacity to create positive energy, or energy in harmony with nature and other human beings around us, I guess. That makes us, and God, makes us very peaceful. So we wanted to talk along much more and go into the much more detail on how the mind works and how to use it properly. So I think we would carry it on for some other sessions.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to say too that the mind is, as we say, creative, and therefore the mind can create. It could create thoughts. But it can also create connections between different ideas or different thoughts, which sometimes we might call creative thinking, when you put together ideas or you connect ideas that are not normally connected. So we call that creativity, or somebody have creative ideas or new ideas or different ideas. It really is the ability to make new connections or new links.
So like an artist has a creative mind, you might say?
Yes, because he put things
new
together that is not normal.
Something different?
Yes, he adds a different angle, a different color, a different way to view something. And the creative mind needs to be at rest. So it needs quietness, it needs peace. I think it needs time to accumulate its capacity, and then it has the ability to create new ideas.
Okay. All right, well, I think we would continue this topic on the mind next week when we meet again. And in the meantime, why don't we have a very mindful week as we find joy in our journey. So good night and goodbye. Thank you.